Hey folks, me again, your holistic doctor. So you are tuned into the Let's Live Health-Wise movement, I always get tongue-tied on that, with Dr. the Holistic Czar Kalu, coming to you with 20 plus years of experience to inform, inspire, and transform your life. So let's dive right on in here today. The topic of discussion today is depression sucks. That's right, depression sucks. Everyone can feel sad or blue at times, but you know those feelings don't last but a short period of time, maybe a day or two. But when those feelings start to last for about 2 weeks or more, then it's something else. It's depression. It robs you of your life. It's more than just sadness. It's more than just feeling low. It's other feelings like helplessness, hopelessness, worthlessness. And it can fear, then at that point, it can interfere with your day-to-day routines, your jobs, and your activity. So you don't want it to get to that point. But sometimes, depending on how you think, it's a mindset. You know, it can interfere with your life. It can become something that is not. It can become something more. Okay? Then it can turn into feelings of dread and apathy and, you know, all sorts of things. Okay? So, but I just want to let you know that depression is considered a real medical condition, and especially if it lasts 2 weeks or more. And it is widely believed in the medical field that depression is caused by an imbalance of neurotransmitters in the brain, and it can also be caused by a combination or soup of genetic, biochemical, environmental, and psychological factors. There are many factors, you know. And I would say emotional factors as well. So depression, there is depression, and then there's also a form of depression called bipolar, and there's bipolar 1 and 2. That's where a person vacillates between the highs, elation, and the lows, depression. And let me give you some things to consider. I'll just move right along because this is not a big one, big topic. Even though a lot of people are depressed, and I did see some stats where you have people are depressed all over the world. You know, you have this whole economic crisis. If people are attached to their money when the money's gone, then hey, there's nothing to keep them up. So depression can sink in that way as well. So it just depends on where you put your heart. If your heart is stuck on your money, when there's no more money, then your heart, your love, everything goes along with that, and then you really don't have anything left. So that's why I say it's a mindset. Okay, so here's some things to consider. 1, you are not alone. 2, you can talk to people about it. Okay? It's not good to keep it in. You want to dish, you let it out, but don't overwhelm people with your issues. But you know, you can, you know, talk to somebody. You can talk to your doctor. I saw that as a method of something to consider. But I would say talk to your doctor only, and actually even then talking to people, only if they had depression or had some type of personal knowledge of depression, because then they're only going to give you textbook. If they don't have it, if they've never dealt with anybody who's depressed, or if they have not gone through depression and overcome it or come through it, then they don't know. It's only textbook. Okay? So I have both sides. I'll get to my side later. But anyway, I just want you to know it's treatable. It's a treatable medical condition. And something else to consider. People with job strain, it's been shown that people with job strain show depression, hostility, and social isolation. Remember postal workers? You know, back in the day it was like, oh, he's going postal, because usually postal workers, you know, because of all of their job strain, they would go shooting up a whole building, okay? So, you know, they termed that going postal for people who had a lot of job strain. But anyway, we're not there anymore. So here's some risk factors associated with depression. Coronary heart disease. People with depression are more likely to expire from heart attacks within 6 months. Okay, they don't have that elation. They don't have that, I shouldn't say elation, they don't have that high on life. You know, they don't have those good feelings, those good endorphins, that you get from the sun, or the sun helps your body to secrete. You don't have that. They don't have that. So they're always depressed and sad and looking down and living on the bad side of life and just negative. And they will expire fast. People who are happy all the time, they can have a heart attack and they bounce back, because they're happy. Their heart is happy. They're not wallowing in depression. And even with diabetes, depressed people end up needing more medical care than others. There's I've had some times where I have people I'm working on, and they just never get better. And I'm like, what in the world? So I'm like, okay, we did this, we did that. What is the problem? Then I have to get into their life. And then I find out, oh, it's a life issue. Okay, then we start walking them, and then I give them the suggestions, and I go on the internet, and then help them find things, that they need, and then it helps. You find that it helps. Okay, like I had this one young lady I was working with for about 2 years, couldn't get her weight down, couldn't get her blood pressure down, couldn't get the cholesterol down, the sugar down, nothing would go down. And she was working, and then I know for sure she was doing everything that she was supposed to do and eating well and all that. But she had jobs trained. And then when she finally was able to quit her job and do something that she loved, the weight came down, the blood pressure came down, the sugar came down, the cholesterol came down. Everything came down within a month after quitting her job and doing something she loved. Even her paycheck came down. Her income, I should say. She took a big pay cut, like $20,000, $30,000 pay cut to work a job. But she's like, I love it. I'm doing something I love. I know it's not paying. She says, but I can eat. I can pay my bills. And, I don't have the fancy extras. She says, but I'm happy and I'm healthy. So you have to see what's important to you. Okay? That's, again, it's the mindset. Okay? And now here's some steps to overcoming depression. Open your heart to people and let the sun shine in. Okay? Physical sunshine as well, outside getting the vitamin D, and you're secreting them good endorphins, those good hormones. So open your heart to people. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. You know that song from back in the day? And then you want to find a network of friends, good friends. I have to stop on that one, but you want to find a network of friends who have your back, who can pray for you, who can support you. Okay? And you want to find a job that you love. Do something you love, a hobby. Even if you can't get out of the job, and find a job that you love that can still pay your bills and stuff. It's not about money. And you want to live above your means. If that lifestyle is keeping you depressed and hostile and all that, get rid of it. But then you have to know when it's time to move and walk away. If those friends are making you depressed and causing you a lot of stress and strain in life, walk away. Next, new friends. Because there are other people out there who need friends. Okay? So if these friends don't work, there are other people out there, And then you can find a job you love. This job is not working for you. Maybe meeting your bills and expenses and stuff and keeping you living high on the hog, but if it's tearing your health down, next, and keeping you depressed, next, okay? You can join a church, but don't be the problem when you get into the church talking about, oh, everybody here is a hypocrite. Are you the hypocrite? Did you come in as a hypocrite too? Are you going to make one more hypocrite in the church, or are you going to make it better? Okay, so I have my issues with that. Okay, so these are things. Now, I can say, when I've gone through a depression, it didn't last long, and I wasn't going to let it last long because I just didn't like it. Of course, I can't lay down long anyway. I can't sit down long anyway. So it wasn't working for me. And I'm like, okay, look, I don't like this. And I'm like, okay, God, why am I depressed? Like, He knows everything. Well, why am I depressed? It's a spirit. So I started singing hymns. I love hymns. I started singing hymns, and it chased those demons right away. Like, get thee behind me, devil. I'm not having this. So that's how I dealt with mine. And I have a cousin who was depressed for 20 years or so, slept away her 20s. But hers was medical. we knew it was medical. When she finally was able to get the medical treatment that she wanted, or that she needed on her thyroid, she was up, depression gone. And now she's trying to overcome and gain everything that was lost, all that time lost through being depressed. So sometimes it could be medical, sometimes it could be a spirit. I didn't mention all that, but it could be a spirit, or it could be a mindset. So I've done 3 sessions. I'm all dried and talked out now. But anyway, thanks for watching and joining the movement. Let's Live Healthwise with Dr. The Holistic Czar Kalu. Find us on the web at letslivehealthwise.com, and you can find information about my clinic on my website, drkalu.com. All the information is right down here. Must tell you, this information is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any illnesses or disease. Peace.